Alrighty, everyone. Thank you for listening into this quick Q4 QBR asynchronous kickoff video. Sorry we weren't able to meet in person this time, but I'm going to go ahead and walk you through just a few quick slides to get us ready for the upcoming round of Q4 QBRs. So to kick off, QBRs this quarter are taking place between November 2nd and November 13th, and then we'll have leadership QBRs taking place the week of the 16th. So the main schedules can be found in the QBR issue, so that's linked to here in the deck. This is kind of your home base for everything QBRs, so please keep an eye on that. It has the schedules, it'll eventually have the templates, the deck templates, and the notes documents. So feel free to just pop into this issue whenever you're looking for a resource. It should be there. So here's the main schedule. So this is everything here. So this is enterprise, commercial, and channel. And I want to notate a few things on the schedules. November 3rd is US elections, and November 11th is Veterans Day in the US. So we did work to ensure that we weren't scheduling US QBRs on those days to be respectful of everyone's time. Because we avoided those days, we do unfortunately have one QBR session, or two, I should say, that overlap on one day in the enterprise segment, as well as two Friday sessions in the enterprise segment. So thanks for your understanding. We definitely worked to try to make the schedule as convenient as possible with all of the holidays that we're working around. But just to kind of orient you with the scheduled document, again, this will look the same for enterprise, for commercial, for channel. So you have the main schedule here, broken down by team, proposed start time and end time. We use the kind of exact same format and times that you used last time for your QBRs for this round. We have the commercial schedule here, and we have the channel schedule here. Again, just to orient you, each document will also have a breakout tab, and this is where ASMs, you will come in and you will actually set your schedule, your attendees, you'll enter your personal Zoom room link. So just as a reminder there, you just find your segment here, and then find yourself and enter your information. Same thing for commercial here. So moving on to, let's see here. Yep, so a few process changes this quarter. Just want to make you aware of a few things that have changed to the process. One is, in talking with leaders, we are going to try to encourage ASMs to encourage your teams to do a pre-review of slides. And this is really hopefully to allow our QBRs to be, what they're intended to be, is more of an open discussion rather than a slide reading time. So please direct your teams to provide their completed slides for pre-reading really no later than 2 business days before your QBR session. If you're the first day, so if you're going on November 2nd, of course, whatever is reasonable, 1 business day. Just, the point is that we really want the entire team this time around for each QBR to pre-read the slides and have input and questions ready, and input those into the speaker notes section so that each presenter can be prepared to address those. And again, hopefully fostering more of an open conversation for the QBRs. The second thing that we're introducing is ask prioritization. So this is basically to help sales ops act quicker and work on the work that matters most. So we've inputted this feedback in this new process into the sales QBR page. But essentially what it says is, again, ASMs, we ask that you, as a part of your pre-reading of your team's slides, to please compile their top asks and prioritize, whatever number you feel is reasonable to then roll up to your regional directors or your VP if you're in commercial, and that way that there can be a prioritization effort there. We recommend building this time out in your QBR to discuss these prioritizations or these prioritized asks with your team and really come to a team consensus on what those should be. But after your QBR, we're asking that you please share your top list of asks with your again, regional director for enterprise or VP for commercial, and then they will go through a similar process of consolidating and prioritizing those asks in their QBRs. In their leadership QBRs, I should say. Again, that whole process is documented here in the intake section of the QBR handbook page. The next one is a sample schedule. So this is just something we're introducing for enterprise and commercial this time around to just really help remind us what teams should be included to at least invited to present if they would like to. So you'll see that sample schedule added into the agenda documents. So you'll see it on a tab here, sample schedule. This is the enterprise schedule. And then here's the commercial sample schedule. And again, just to stress, this is exactly that. It's a sample. So please use this as a starting point. You're not expected to use these verbatim, but we really wanted to give you a place to, a jumping off point, so to speak, to include some best practices and really just kind of consider that we're inviting and including everyone who we should for this. You know, for example, like to build in time for channel to present. You know, 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes as a standard if you're in public sector, and you'll see that documented in the enterprise sample schedule. We're asking public sector to do 20 to 25 since we've taken away the standalone public sector QBR. So little tidbits like that can be found here in the sample schedule, and hopefully that's helpful for you. Let's see, another what's new, another update that we've made is just revised deck templates. And so these will be available in the coming weeks, but just wanted to make you aware that we're really moving into the deck templates this time, you know, looking at what things we can put into what things we can consider, excuse me, to encourage reps to make their sessions more conversational, more inclusive. So we'll put some guidance in there for reps to consider as they put together their decks. We'll you know, include some direction on the team slide at the beginning, again, to make sure we're considering and being inclusive of the full cross-functional team, and kind of codifying and standardizing who should be included on slides like that. And then the last update is just updated recording guidance. So I heard from some of you, and thank you for the feedback. You know, the recording guidance that we provided last time, there was some duplicative work in there, and I completely understand. So we really want to streamline that process for all of you QBR hosts and ASMs, just to make sure that it shouldn't be a huge lift. We just want to ensure that everyone has access to a QBR recording should they want to access that. So we're basically just asking that that ASMs provide a link to their recording in, again, everything comes back to the scheduling document. So once your QBR is wrapped and you have a link, to please drop it here. And you can provide that link in whatever format you'd like. It can be a YouTube link, it can just be a Zoom link, as long as you provide the password or it's open for people who have the link. Or you can provide a chorus link, whatever is convenient for you. But again, we just want to make sure that we have that link and we have it in a confined space so that everyone can access it if they need it. So that's what's new, and those are the main things. So now to the meat, what's needed from you immediately. So there are 3 things that the field enablement team needs from you now, or in the next few days, to really get this process moving and get calendar holds out and things like that. So 1, please take the time to just check the schedule, review your schedule and your assigned slot one more time, and make sure you're good with your day, make sure you're good with your time. If you have questions or you'd like to move your session, please don't hesitate to reach out to me, and we can definitely get that moved around now. Just as a reminder, we mentioned this last QBR go around, but we do want to really avoid making any schedule changes within 2 weeks of QBR starting, just to avoid disruptions for attendees. So please take a look and ensure you're good with that date. The second piece is, please provide your personal Zoom room link. And I bold personal because, again, feedback from this last QBR go around is when we don't provide the personal links, those links can actually break in the time between scheduling and actually having the QBR, and it creates some disruption. So please provide your personal Zoom room link. If you need directions on how to find this, it's here in this deck. It's also in the QBR issue here. And then the last piece is a full list of attendees. So this is the same as last go around. Please drop in your your team members, so your reps who will be presenting, any TAMs or SAs who support your team who you want to make sure are included, and any delegates you want to ensure are included in your QBR session. I think SDRs, product marketing managers, field marketing managers, channel managers, all of those things. And again, this is really just to help us ensure that we're inviting the correct people to your QBR. We don't know exactly who supports each team. And so this is a way for us to ensure, hey, anyone that you want provided or that you want included will absolutely be included if you let us know. And then we can go ahead and if you don't have anyone specific from field marketing, we'll, as a follow-up to this process, we'll go in and fill in those delegates that people don't have. So you'll go ahead and enter all of that information, going back again into the individual pieces here. So if I'm Sheila, I'll go ahead and come in and I'll enter those 3 pieces of information right here in my designated place. So check my time, obviously, and then I'll come in and I will add my Zoom room link. Sheila already has hers because it was carried over from last quarter. If I did see that it was a personal Zoom room link from last quarter, I did just carry it over. But you'll input your Zoom room link here. You'll input your reps' names here, SAs, TAMs, so on and so forth. Just please drop the names in there. And that'll be it. And please provide this to us by end of day Friday, October 2nd, so that we can get, again, calendar invites rolling and everything like that. Just as a quick next steps, just for what you should expect, please just take a few minutes to review the handbook page, for the QBR handbook page. There's some really helpful best practices for RDs and ASMs that we've updated based on all of the new guidance I talked to you about today. So just take 5 minutes to read through that, and hopefully if you have any questions, it'll help clarify some of those. QBR communication, we've already opened up QBR Slack channels, so please go ahead and take a look at those, and you can ask any questions that you have in those Slack channels. 2 weeks, you will have one more ask coming from us in 2 weeks, 2 weeks before the QBR, so around October 19th. I'll be reaching out to you again in those Slack channels, just asking you to create your final schedule by October 23rd. So just a heads up, if you want to get a head start on it, please do. But just a heads up that ask will be coming. And then we will follow up closer to QBRs. I will follow up specifically just with a quick list, like I did last time, of, hey, here's as a QBR host, ASMs, here's what we're asking of you kind of during and after the QBR sessions, just to make that ask really streamlined. So again, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask them, direct them toward me in the QBR channels. I hope these changes are going to be really beneficial for everyone this go round and make it even better QBR session. But feel free to, again, reach out with any questions, and looking forward to a successful Q4 QBR round. Thanks, everyone. Take care.